Marta, I had assumed for such a long time that you were awful at saving money for the future. However, I've just learned that you have over $500,000 saved up and everything? Huh? Wait. Did you end up going into my place without ever asking me first? I have a lock on the place and everything that I keep locked, yet you still made it inside there? I just had to break your doorknob in order to get the door open, but that was pretty easy. You broke my frickin' doorknob to get into my place? Your door seemed to only be made out of cheap plywood or something like that, so it wasn't too hard to get your doorknob to break. What the hell? I'm only renting this place, so you need to calm the hell down. I was then able to get through your door after breaking the lock and everything, and was able to get a good look at your bank book. And that's when you got a good look at the account that has $500,000 in it, huh? That's absolutely right. So, would you mind telling me why you have that kind of money saved up in there? Don't tell me that you did something unlawful to get your hands on that kind of money, and that's where you've been keeping it. That's not how I got that money at all, Mom. Well, since you've seen the amount I have now, it'd be better for me to explain where it's all from and what it's for to you. That $500,000 is being saved by me for when I plan to retire, so that I have something to fall back on in my old age. Retirement money? I've already told you before that I have no plans of getting married to anyone, right? I mean, I might one day have the urge to go out and marry someone if they end up being the person I'd want to spend the rest of my life with. But I'm already in my 30s now, and so I don't think that time will ever come. I think I'm better off just staying single and enjoying my life the way I like it. So in order to protect myself as I keep on aging, I've been saving up a large amount of money in case I ever need it for an emergency. But primarily for when I'm too old to care for myself. I understand that with work and everything, I'll most likely get myself a pension and perhaps a package on top of that as well when retiring. But it's nice to know I have some extra wealth to rely on if that money isn't enough. I've been working on saving that money up for about 10 years now, and with the help of some bonuses from work, it's made it to $500,000. Is that right? Well, now I can finally see that you didn't steal it from anywhere or something like that. Now I have something to ask you. Would you please give all that money to your older brother and his wife so that they can put it into their new home and get on with their lives? What? You understand that your brother has begun the process of building a new house, right, for his wife? I do know about that, yes. He even held a groundbreaking ceremony for the place as well, right? But, Mom, you can't just ask me to hand over my savings to him for something like that. Both he and his wife do very well for themselves and are great at saving their own money up. So I doubt that either of them need my money in order to build that place, right? If you're going to say no to me, then I'm going to have you kicked out. Huh? Have me kicked out of the house? What house are you talking about? I'm talking about your family's house. You know that I'm talking about having you kicked out of this place, right? Huh? I can't believe you, Marta. Going into your 40s here soon, and yet you're still living with your parents and everything in our house? I'm working a job of my own now, and I pay for my right to be here. Are you not aware that being the age you are and still living with your parents in their house causes them a lot of frustration? Causes you guys a lot of frustration? You think I'm the one causing you guys all the problems? I do, I sure do. All you are is a middle-aged woman that only cares about money and never plans on finding herself a husband. You may be our daughter, but you cause your father and I a lot of embarrassment by not moving out. You have a very long time before you need to start worrying about retirement and all of that. All you have to do is hand that money over to your brother, and then you can start saving up all over again and get that money back by the time you do have to retire. So if you want to continue living here with us, then you have to give up that $500,000 and hand it over to us. I'm not going to say all of this again to you, you greedy, husbandless woman. What's going on with you? Jake, do you have a moment to talk with me? I have something that I'd really like to ask you about.
Hey, Marta! What's going on with you?
When it comes to you and your wife, you both aren't struggling with money at the moment, correct?
Huh? Why are you asking me a question such as that?
Before I tell you, can you give me an answer to that question?
We're doing fine over here. And we don't really plan to get any help with the money right now anyway. If we really needed money and we had to go and get a bunch of loans, we'd never be building a house like the one we're working on.
That's what I thought. I know that I had to ask you something pretty personal, but it makes me feel a little better knowing that you guys aren't the problem. Sorry that it was something like that I was asking about.
You don't have to be so sorry about it. But it's very rare for someone like you to be asking me a question like that. What's been going on that's made you feel the need to ask?
Well, it has something to do with Mom again.
Again? Is she trying to do something strange with you again?
Well, what she's asked of me has something to do with you, and that's both why I've asked you that question and did so with a little bit of hesitation to telling you why.
What does she have to do with me?
Early today, around lunch, I was going out with a client of mine to have some talks. And while I was out doing that, Mom went and broke the doorknob to my place and went inside after completely ruining the door.
She broke down your door, basically?
And when she was in my place looking through my drawers, she stumbled across my bank book and got a good look at my savings account that has $500,000 in it.
Why is she in your place in the first place?
Well, it's because of things like this that I have you holding on to one of my checkbooks, and why I carry the other one on me at all times. So she was never able to actually access any of the money in my account. But she began asking me about the money while I was still out with my client. I couldn't just hide the reason for me having that money from her, since she'd probably get the wrong idea from it. So I told her the truth about the savings account and that it's meant for retirement. But after doing that, well, she asked me to take all of that $500,000 and hand it over to you guys for your new house to be built.
Huh?
Can you tell me what's really going on here?
Wait, I don't want anything to do with the money you've been saving, okay? We don't need it here.
That's what I was thinking. I even knew you'd say that to me.
But that's interesting. Interesting that she would say something like that about me.
What the hell is going on with her this time, I wonder?
Marta... That's... This might be happening because of something I said or did around her.
Huh? What do you think happened to cause this?
Well, to tell you the truth, the construction on my new house has only just begun, but they've already gotten most of the wood beams up and everything. The skeleton, you know? And, well, Mom came and saw all of that.
That house you're having built right now is for you, your wife, and her parents to come and live in when it's finished, right? What was her reason for going out there to see the place being built?
Yeah, well... At first I thought she was there to just check the place out a little bit due to her curiosity, but I think she realized that there are two houses being built on the land, and started to think about it.
There's another part being built separately?
Well, that building is really being used for my wife to use as a classroom for when she teaches flower arrangement. But she came up to ask me to let her live there. And then kind of forced us to let her live there. And she even began to call us over and over again about it, and asking us to let her live there in that separate building.
Wait, but that's not okay! Your wife is pregnant at the moment as well, right? Your wife is in her late 40s as well now, so she can't have that kind of stress worrying about Mom and her antics while carrying a baby.
That's right. Hence why I've gone and blocked her number, and that way she won't be able to talk to us anymore while my wife is carrying our baby. So that's kind of the reason for why she might be coming after you now. Mom's a total jerk for pushing herself onto both of us like this. So to get her to leave us alone for good, I just sent her one text before blocking her, saying that if she brings me $500,000, then she can come and live in the new house with us.
Ah. And that's why she wants the $500,000 from me then.
In other words, I thought telling her off with some kind of deal like that would get her to leave everyone alone, but it's only made things a lot more crazy for us all. I'm sorry, Marta. I didn't think that any of this would spread to you so quickly, or at all for that matter.
I see. So that's what happened to get her to act this way. I'm not sure if she realized you were serious about that offer or not, but she seems to have started to look around for some money to start paying you. And when she saw that I had exactly that amount in my bank account, she told me to give it to you to help you with the house, which isn't the case after all.
I'm so sorry about this, Marta. Seriously.
Well, it's fine. This is a bit more than I was expecting, but it's actually kind of nice knowing that you guys are financially okay and don't really need my money for anything.
You feel alright about all this?
She gave me an ultimatum regarding the money, saying that if I don't give up my money, that she'd kick me out of her house. However, I've had a place in my name for a while now, but just haven't fully moved into it yet. And I've just kind of been sitting around thinking about what to do with the place. And since I'm not being threatened with being kicked out of the house, this might be the perfect chance for me to move the rest of myself into that place.
She said she would kick you out? That's a bit too extreme. She really has no idea about anything regarding our lives, does she?
That's right. So if she really wants to talk to me like that, then I guess I will go back to living in that other place I have.
I see. Well, have fun with that then. And if you need anything from me while that's going on, just give me a heads up and I'll come by.
Marta? If you don't want me telling my single and greedy daughter about what I'll do to her here soon, then hand me that $500,000, all right? If you don't, then you're going to have a real problem on your hands. You're going to lose the place you live in and then be forced onto the streets. And I might even have to cut ties with you as well. You understand that, right? I understand and am totally fine with that. Huh? I'm not handing you over that $500,000 you so desperately want from me. So I'm supposed to leave the house now, right? Huh? Wait a second there, Marta. From what I can tell, you don't actually understand what I've told you then, right? After you are kicked out of this house, I'm going to cut ties with you for good. Yeah, and that's totally okay with me, Mom. Huh? And actually, I'm already out of that house now. Huh? I've gone back to my old place that I've had under my name for a while now, and I've made sure to bring all my things with me. So you don't have to worry about me anymore, okay? Huh? What place are you talking about? Huh? Why are you getting all surprised about this? Well, look, Well, 2 years ago you ran out of money to support yourself on your own, and that's why you came back home to live with us, right? And when your father died last year, the money from him, you were after that, right? Excuse me? What are you talking about? The whole reason I came back home to live with you guys is because Dad was sick and you guys needed my help. And when he passed away, I couldn't just leave you, so I stuck around to continue to care for your needs. Right? Huh? Have you had no clue about all of this whole time? I guess I'll have to make this explanation as simple as possible for you then. To start, that place you've been living in with Dad for the past few years costs about $800 in rent each month. But the person that's actually been paying the rent this whole time has been me. Huh? For the longest time, Dad had been the one with his name on the place, but after he passed away, I was given the place to continue renting. Is that right? And not just the rent, but the water and gas, as well as the electricity and the food have all been paid for by me. I've been getting around $500 from Jake each month, but the rest is paid for by me. And as for the money that you've been spending for the past year now, that's all been from Dad after he passed away. But I'm assuming, based on how much you spend all the time, that amount from him is running dry and will all be gone soon. Are you sure? I am. Also, the main reason I haven't left the house and you this whole time after Dad became sick and then passed away is just because you can't do jack by yourself. You can't cook, you can't clean, you can barely even change your clothes without me telling you to sometimes. You made Dad do all the housework back when he was alive and well, right? Well, Dad was a whole lot better at doing all those things than me. And back when Jake and I were both growing up with you guys, the three of us would be able to do all the chores while you just sat around. But you never once lifted a finger to come and help us out, and that painted a very bad picture of you in our heads. To be frank, you aren't in any shape to need someone around that needs to care for you, and you are able to get anything done that needs to be done on your own. So you should be forced to do that now. But of course, you still need the rent and stuff paid for on that house, so I couldn't just leave you to handle all that on your own. Jake has taken over the company of his father-in-law and doesn't have time to come over to you guys anymore. And as for me, I work remotely and can make my own schedule up, so I'm the only one in the family with a situation that works out well enough to allow me to be there at your house. That's the whole reason I had to leave my place and come back to you both when you guys needed the house. I never knew about any of this before. We've told you plenty of times before. Even Dad told you before he passed away. But I do remember that every time we'd talk with you about it, you'd go on whining about how you wanted to go and live with Jake and leave Dad behind with me at the house. And even after he passed away, you still whined about being with Jake and his wife, so you never ever listened to what we had to tell you. But that's because it's normal for the mother to go and live with her oldest son. And that's why everyone told you over and over again that Jake and his wife have been having to care for her parents. Because unlike your lazy butt, the both of them can't even walk well enough anymore and need the help. And another reason they don't want you around anymore is because you kept trying to force them to let you live there. Why don't you just listen to what they have to say and then be quiet about it? I understand that you would have looked at the place and thought that you'd be able to just squeeze on into it, but that extra building you saw being built is meant to be for his wife's flower arranging classes, which they are now going to be using to house her parents in. But you didn't even listen to that story either and have now created a lot of unnecessary stress for them all. But Jake told me that if I had $500,000 to give to him, he'd think about letting me live there. That's why I need your $500,000. Jake only said that as a way of getting you to stop talking to them, and it almost worked out for everyone. Huh? He never thought that you'd come looking for money from me and then expect to get said money once you found it. But he's going to need that money for the house, right? He told me he doesn't even need my $500,000 and to keep it. What? But that's... It looks like we've both gone on a bit too long with this, but that's what's been happening, Mom. Marta? I've told the real estate agency that starting next month, the contract on that place is being canceled. You're canceling it? You have until next April to move out of there. But that's not even half a year away anymore. You have a place already and prepared for me to live in next, right? And it seems that Jake has been on to that. What? But be aware that this doesn't mean you're going to go and live with him next. Then what is he planning to do with me? Well... Marta, what the hell? You are my gosh dang daughter, so you take care of me until the day I die. Shut the hell up, Mom. Huh? Have you not even realized yet that I'm super pissed at you? Marta? You started all of this off by saying that you'd have me kicked out of my own place and then cut ties to me. But only an hour or so later, you're asking for me to take care of you until the end? I'm tired of listening to you change your mind all the time, only to fit your selfish needs. Wait a second! You can't talk to me like that! Who the hell was the one that asked for me to be this upset? Huh? Having to keep talking to you like this is hurting my heart. I can't do this with you any longer. I'll do as you've asked and cut ties with you. Wait, Marta! Goodbye forever. Marta! After I finished with her, I handed everything off to my brother to finish up. Since my mom didn't really have any more money for herself, Jake ended up spending a little bit on her to make sure that she was sent to an old folks' home to spend the rest of her days. But on the day she was supposed to go into her new living quarters, she began to bawl her eyes out and ran to Jake's house looking for him to take her, but that never happened. She then proceeded to head back to the old folks' home and moved into her room. Every so often, we get calls from the place regarding her, saying that she doesn't require a lot of their attention, but she's also not really bonding with any of the other people living there. Now, as for me, after telling my mom that I was through with her out of anger, and then explaining I was cutting ties to her, I never got a text or call from her again. I'm thinking that the next time I'll be meeting with her will be at her funeral. But of course, I don't mind that becoming reality, and have started to only focus on myself and the fun life I want to live.
Hello, Robert. Thank you for helping me with my grocery. Without you, I wouldn't know how to bring them all home.
Oh, you're Vivian, the girl in the elevator, right?
Yes, it's me. Sorry for suddenly texting you like this. I found your number in the group chat of apartment building residents. I hope you don't think I'm annoying you. I just want to thank you.
Oh, don't worry. You're welcome. So, you're new here, right? I haven't seen you before.
Yeah, I just moved here last week and you almost nobody.
Oh, don't say that. Haven't we just gotten to know each other?
You're so friendly.
So, you live in room 1601, right? Or is that your boyfriend's house?
Oh no, that's my house. I haven't had a boyfriend for a year, so I live alone.
No way. Why isn't such a beautiful woman in a relationship? I can't find any explanation for this. Did your ex blind or have problem with his eyes so he couldn't see your beauty? I would always take care of you, value and spoil you.
Whoa, you sound such a really perfect boyfriend material. So, how about you? Your girlfriend will not be jealous if we text like this?
Don't worry about it. Actually, I'm still single. I'm still waiting for the suitable. I don't want to have a casual relationship. I'm searching for a serious relationship, possibly result.
What? Are you kidding? You don't have a girlfriend or fiance? Or in a relationship with any girl?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. Why do I have to lie to you? But you seem like a little bit strong react about that.
Oh, nothing. I'm just surprised because a handsome with charming talk and a good man like you is still single like this. It's quite unbelievable.
Well, I'm afraid you're praising me too much.
But obviously, when I met you in the elevator, you talked to someone very affectionate and even called that person honey.
That's the nickname of my lovely cat. I was calling my mom to ask her to feed it. I sent the cat to my mother to take care of because I had a business trip and just got home. I'll pick it up this afternoon. Would you like to come over to my house and see it?
Whoa, you seem to be very active in getting to know your neighbors. Aren't you afraid I'll cheat or harm you?
Oh, it would be my honor to be harmed by a beautiful, sexy girl like you.
Ah, you're such a smooth talking.
Well, I'll take it as a compliment. So, about tonight, are you free?
Tonight? Let's see. I think it'll be fine. About 8 p.m.?
Ah, no. She hasn't left the house at 8 p.m. 9 p.m. would be more appropriate.
She? I thought you said you live alone too.
Ah, I mean, my cat. That's a female cat. And I just picked him up from my mother's house at 8 p.m., so he was ready to play with you at 9 p.m.
Oh, I got it. Are you sure you're not hiding anything from me?
Oh no, I got caught. I fell in love with you right away, at first sight. I just wanted to use the cat as an excuse to get closer to you. I thought I hid it very well. How did you find out?
You're so hilarious.
Glad you like it. See you tonight. I'm very excited about it. Ah, forget it. I'm in room 1702.
Noted. It's going to be very fun. Hey, Robert, are you okay? You looked very rushed and scared just now. Do you have something urgent to do, or why do you have to send me home so early? I just played with the cat. I haven't played with you yet.
Oh, nothing much. It's just because my sister texted me that she would come over to my house in 10 minutes.
Wait, you have a sister? That's not what I know about you.
Oh, my bad. I haven't told you that I have a sister.
Oh, so you didn't want to introduce me to your sister? Does being friends with me make you feel ashamed?
Oh, no, that's not what I mean. Besides, I never wanted to be friends with you. I want us to go further.
Huh? Further? Do you mean best friend?
Oh, you're so cute. Maybe it's still soon to talk about it. But one thing's for sure, I have to ask you for another date. Not because I hate you. It's because my sister has a lot of things. If she sees me with you, she'll definitely think that we're dating and will tell my mother. You probably don't want to meet my mother, right?
Oh, that sounds very serious.
Yeah. Fortunately, you don't misunderstand me anymore. But I have to admit that you're really charming tonight. Your dress today is really sexy. I would have invited you to sleep over if it wasn't for that silly sudden return.
Oh, really? I think that would be great. Robert, I think I'm about to fall asleep.
Oh yeah. A girl like you must go to bed early to maintain their beauty, right? Good night. Wishing you sweet dreams.
Bye!
Hello, gorgeous. Are you free tonight? I'm sure no one will bother us tonight. My sister is traveling abroad with her friend.
Hi, Robert. I'd love to, but I can't come over tonight. My father wants me to return home to discuss my family's company. I don't want to talk about it, but I still have to go back. So boring.
Your family company? Turns out you're a rich kid. No wonder you're so fancy.
You are bold in words.
So, what's going on with your company?
Well, nothing much. My dad kept calling me back to make me take charge of the company. I told him how many times that I didn't want to operate it for now. I still want to play for a few more years. Maybe I'll take charge of it after I find him a son-in-law.
So what kind of person is qualified to become your father's son-in-law?
Well, it's not too difficult. My dad'll agree as long as he's the one I love. I just need to find someone who loves me sincerely, faithfully, handsomely, and gracefully.
Looks like you're describing me, right?
Oops. I just wish so. I hope to find a perfect man like you to be my husband. I'm bad at managing the company. So, if I have a husband like you, I will give you the right to operate the company so I can have time to hang out.
Why not, Vivian? Don't you think we're perfect for each other? It's not natural that we've become so close after just meeting. I think we were made for each other.
You really know how to please girls. Surely many girls have fallen in love with him because of those sweet words, right?
That's not important. Now the only thing that matters to me is your feelings for me.
Wait, you're just kidding, right?
Not at all. I never joked with you. I'm being very serious with you. I think I've found the perfect girl. You're exactly what I wish I could find in a girl.
Are you sure? But you already have a girlfriend, right? I thought you were just joking.
Who told you that?
Yesterday I found your cat wandering under the lobby, so I thought it could go out when you didn't notice, so I brought it to come to your house. But then a girl opened the door and said she was your girlfriend and that you were cohabiting.
Oh, that girl was my ex. Yes, she's just only my ex. We broke up and she moved out. Maybe she was just coming to get her things when you arrived.
Oh really? So why did you two break up? I find her very cute.
That's just because you met her the first time. In fact, being with her made me very tired.
What happened?
She's always dressed ugly, sloppy, and not attractive. She's not rich, and always wants to save money and eat leftovers from the previous night's dinner. She always nags me because I'm kind enough to help girls. She never made me fall in love with her as you do.
So, how long have you two broken up?
That's no longer important. The important thing is that now I love only you. I don't care about her anymore. Now answer me, do you have feelings for me too?
Oh yes, Robert. I have feelings for you too, but disgust and nausea. Son of a bitch.
What? Vivian, what's wrong with you? Why do you scold me like that?
Stop pretending you know nothing anymore. You're about to marry my sister. But you can't reject a rich girl dressed sexily and has approached you many times.
What are you talking about? I don't get it.
You're such a jerk. No less than 2 times when I asked you if you had a girlfriend, you always said no. You even invited me over to your house when my sister wasn't at home. Then, when she came back unexpectedly, you lied it was your sister. My sister told me you were the only child in the family. So when I heard you say that, I knew for sure who you were referring to.
Wait, your sister? Who's your sister?
Do you have so many girlfriends that you don't know who I'm talking about? Anna, the girl you've been dating for 3 years, is my sister.
Anna? You're Anna's sister? It's impossible. Anna once showed me a picture of her sister. It was an ugly country girl with dark skin. Doesn't look like you at all. Moreover, Anna is a poor girl. It's impossible to have a rich sister who wears expensive clothes every day like you.
Time changes everything around us, Robert. It's just a childhood picture. 5 years ago, I went abroad to study to learn how to care for myself and become more beautiful. Because I rarely return to the country, my sister and I hardly have any pictures together.
So, it turns out the two of you are playing tricks on me. Why do you want to test me like this?
No, Robert. Anna knew nothing about this from start to finish, and I didn't lie to you either. Because I'm abroad, I couldn't be with Anna and let my cute, innocent little sister be fooled by you. She's always texting and telling me she loves and wants to marry you. On the occasion of my father calling me to hand over the inheritance of the company, I also wanted to test you to see if you are worthy of my sister, and the result really disappointed me.
No, surely you're lying. Why is Anna dressed so ugly and stingy if your family is rich?
We protested when she said she wanted to move in with you. So she went out of the house and lived with you without financial support from us. My goofy sister believes you love her for her character, not for the money. Because of you, a girl was born with a silver spoon in her mouth, had to go to work for the first time to earn money to support a useless person like you. But how dare you criticize it so badly?
No way. This is definitely just a dream. But apparently, I'm yet to do anything wrong. You have no evidence to accuse me of adultery. Oh, I got it. You're jealous, right? No woman can resist my charm. Don't worry. I'll break up with your sister completely and date you.
Ew! Who gave you that overconfidence? I've never liked you. I even feel disgusted every time you touch me.
Don't deny it anymore. I know you have feelings for me too. You're just doing it to get my attention.
Now, I'll give you two options. Either he'll break up with Anna, tell her you're a jerk and don't deserve her, and earn back all the money she's provided you all these years, and there had to be a way to make her hurt as little as possible. Second, I will release evidence that you specialize in cheating young girls so they can provide you with money and a house and then run away. While researching about you, my secretary met many women you cheated on, and they all really want to know your information.
No, I was just kidding you, sister. Please don't take it seriously. I promise I'll never make jokes like this again. I promise to love and take care of Anna genuinely. Please forgive me for ignoring this joke.
No, Robert. I think I've seen enough. Even if it was only a joke, it was a challenging temptation, yet you weren't brave enough to overcome it. Then how will you protect and love my sister?
I believe I can do it. I'll learn from it and not make the same mistake again.
A powerful man can control any situation. Even if a fair booty shows up in front of a thief, if he decides not to eat, he's going to stick to that determination. No consideration. But you will never be able to do that. So don't waste any more words. Choose.
No, I won't choose. I'm not the one who's wrong here. It was you who seduced me first. It was you who betrayed your sister.
If you don't choose, I will immediately send the evidence I have on social media. Don't blame anyone. You asked for it.
No, Vivian, come back here. You can't do that. You've gone too far. Keep your nose out of my business. I swear I'll kill you.
Then, I posted the evidence I collected about Robert's cheating on women online anonymously. Many girls also said that he was also cheated on him. Without wiping later, he was investigated by the police because someone sued him. My sister also realized the truth, and it was very painful. I love my sister so much, but I can't do more. Maybe this would be better for it. But luckily, she was very strong and got through this. Now, she will no longer love blindly, but will be more alert.